Hello everyone. We are students from Amrutwani College of Engineering belonging from a BE Electronics branch. We made our last year project IOT enabled water pollution monitoring system. In this project we made a system which can measure the different parameters of water. Then we will find out the quality of that water. Then monitoring of water quality helps us to identify specific pollutants or certain chemicals and the source of the pollution. Here is the circuit of our project. Main components of these projects are pH sensor, turbidity sensor, conductivity sensor and a pH and a temperature sensor. First of all, there is a step down transformer. This transformer converts to 230 volt DC supply into a 12 volt AC supply. Again this 12 volt AC supply converted into a 5 volt DC supply by using a 4 bridge rectifier. This 5 volt DC supply is not pure. After 5 volt DC, we used two capacitors of their values are 1000 microfarad and a regulator IC 7805 is used. This is used for a 5 volt DC constant supply. Here we used a current limiting resistor. Through this resistor we can on off the LED. This LED is used for to knowing at the end of we getting 5 volt supply or not. In a next circuitry we used a 16 by 2 LCD display. On this LCD display we can show the values measured by those 4 sensors. Here we used a 40 pin microcontroller. This is a PIC 18F4805 microcontroller. This microcontroller having a 5 volt DC or 11 microampere current. This microcontroller has an internal ADC. Those 4 sensors or a regulator IC 7805 used a ADC. ADC means analog to digital conversion. This is a 4 pin connector for entering the program from PC to controller. Again here we used two small capacitors of values 0.01 microfarad or 0.1 microfarad. This is a buzzer. When we send the data to buzzer through a controller, like when we send 5 volt then buzzer is on, or when we send 0 volt then buzzer is off. Here is a pH sensor connected. This circuitry having a 9 volt power supply. Here is a GSM module is used. It is a send data SMS or a IOT. For working of this GSM module, the AT command sends to GSM through a controller. In GSM we used a one SIM card to operate it. All collected data sent to a IoT web server. This is a ThinkSpeak server. Here we collected some samples from various places to check their water qualities. Here we used two samples. These samples is collected from a paper mill of our Sangamner MIDC. This is a first sample of water. This water is used in those paper mill before their process, and second sample is a recycling water getting after the process. Third sample is this is our well water, and this fourth sample is our river water. This sample we are made from a soil to check. This is a IoT web server. It's a ThinkSpeak. On this server we created a one channel to show our measured values in a graph form. These some values we are measured already in a first measurement. Now we run our project. Press this key for some time to blink LED. This blinking LED shows our SIM card is on a range. First we check the turbidity of our some samples. Now here is the turbidity shows. The water is clear. Then this LCD display shows the clear value. Now we check the turbidity of this dirty water. This shows the T as a dirty, means the water is dirty. Now we check the pH of those samples. It shows the pH is 8. Now we measure the temperature on those samples. It shows the temperature is 31 of this water. We check the last parameter. It is a conductivity of water. It shows the conductivity of this water is 100.
Water pH is 0 to 6 is acidic, 7 is a neutral, and 8 to 14 is alkaline water. It shows the water pH is 0. It means water is acidic. It shows the water pH level is 3, that means water is acidic. It shows water pH is 8, it means the water is alkaline. Water turbidity is 2, it means the water is dirty. These are different temperature values of different samples.